right, Big Drew the World Nation, welcome. Welcome back. This is Big Drew the World with Coach Matt Allen. I know it's been a while, guys. I want to welcome and say hey to all of our subscribers who probably haven't seen a video from me in like 2 years' time now. Uh, it's been a crazy time. It's been a crazy couple seasons here in Virginia. I'm going to update you all on everything that we have going on, but I want to start by welcoming you back to the show. This is a offensive line dedicated YouTube channel. I used to say it's the only offensive line dedicated YouTube channel on YouTube, but I think I'm mistaken on that one. I've seen a lot of great ones and a lot of great content, especially in the time I've been out. For you all, I'll update you on my position. I'll update you where I'm at now. But I just like making videos. I like making videos on offensive line play. I'll talk more about what we do. I'll talk more about some of the stuff I can get in as far as paid stuff and all of that. But just as far as an intro goes, I love offensive line play. I love football. I love getting better at it. And this video is for you if you agree with all those statements. So let's get into it. We're going to talk today about stuff you as an offensive line coach should be doing in the offseason. So I'm going to share my screen and go right ahead. Sharing screen. All right. We're going to present. Sorry, guys. One thing you'll learn if you watch my videos long enough, I think I put out some good content. Is it necessarily going to be like high tech? No. Just got to be 100% honest. But I'm getting better. We're learning Canva instead of Google Slides, doing a couple things. I might be able to show y'all later on in the season how you can use Canva as a good job resource as far as presenting yourself, selling yourself as a program. I'm no Chris Moore by any means. But, I like to think that we do a lot of good stuff here. O-line coaches in the offseason, what can you do? Our season 3 relaunch. So, couple different tidbits, and this is just stuff that you all, I feel, as an offensive line coach, if you're sitting around like me, if you're a young coach who maybe doesn't coach offensive line, if you don't know where to go, here's some couple things that you need to get done. First off, create relationships with your kids. I'm a big relationships guy. I'm a big, in every job interview, every talk I have about coaching, I talk about creating relationships. That's what I do with kids. Whether that's being in the weight room, whether that's going to ball games, taking kids out to meals. You want to create that unit identity. You want to keep up with your guys. And I think that's an important time. An important thing I kind of really miss, I will be honest. Currently, I teach somewhere where I don't coach. I got spoiled the last 3 years. I was teaching in the building with the kids I coached. That was really spoiling. But, you have to remember this is your team. This is your team within the team. This is your unit. You create a unit identity, and we're going to be talking about later on in the season how to create a unit identity there. But I think you got to be in that weight room. I'm starting to get in and go to the weight room and do all that with our coaching staff as we get January fired back up here. I'll be with our head coach and going in and trying to get over there once or twice a week. It's a bit of a drive, especially during the season, but we'll get it taken care of, and we're going to get to some ball games and get to see some kids as they play basketball. We're a small school, so everybody plays everything. Play some basketball, play some baseball, that type of thing. Study your craft, all right? I'm going to go grab moving here real quick. Study your craft, whether it be books, DVDs, YouTube. If you're on this channel, you're probably already into that. Analyze what you do well and what you need to improve on. My football library, I've had to move most of my football library here to my classroom, but you can find a lot of great books, a lot of great manuals. Here's some of your offensive line coach's handbook. If you know Bob Wiley, the guy who I think was on, what was Bob Wiley? On Hard Knocks with the Browns. He was a set HUD guy. So if you go and he edited this from the Cool Clinic that you can go in and study and mark up. I'm a big hard copy book guy. I'm a big guy into hard copy books, big guy into studying different stuff. But I'll take you through my little coaching library. It'll lead me into something else real quick. But you can study different stuff within the game that will help you. I'm cooking up a lot of the stuff that I probably don't need to talk about right this second. But, you have drill books you can study. You have, where's my offensive line? I have a lot on program development. You have 101 winning offensive line drills that I would tell you this is a good one. I've gotten a lot out of. A bunch of different books. You can go online. If you want to shoot me an email, I'll tell you about some of these. Heck, I'd be willing to sell you some of these. My wife would love them to get off my bookshelves. But I like to go back and even dig in through some of my old stuff every year. I'm a big guy and constantly developing. I'm bending down and getting out of camera view, but my football bookshelf at home is tons and tons and tons of books that I've since had to relocate as I'm now married and have to have the bookshelf space for non-books. Analyze what you do well, analyze what you need to improve on. One of the things I think that you need to do with your studying your craft, and this is one of the things I'm trying to get through with my head coach. I think he did a great job. He gave us all evaluations. We went through program and self-evaluations at the end of the season and sitting down and doing that, and that was really enjoyable for me. I'm not even going to lie to you because I want to get better. I'm in my just finished up year 14, getting ready to head into year 15 of coaching. I've been a head coach. I've been an offensive coordinator, been an offensive line coach. I've been a defensive coach. I want to get better. So, that's the exciting thing for me. Want to get better. Want to improve on your craft. Study defense. I sat down, but half of those books that I have over there, and I'm going to go and dive into some, and I want to study the 3-4 defenses offseason. Why? I haven't coached defense as my primary position since 2016. Primarily, I've been an offensive guy. I want to study 3-4 defense. Never ran the 3-4 defense. I want to study what it looks like. One of the reasons is you want to study how they line. You want to study their rules, know their responsibilities, know the coverages in the game. All right? Know your reads. Know where to develop and attack that defense. I feel almost like a lot of good guys on offense got some type of way dealing with defense. If you're a young coach, don't get pigeonholed into just one side of the ball. Don't get pigeonholed into one way of doing things or one form of doing things, whether it's a defensive front, a defensive lineman, a certain coverage, that type of thing. Know it all. Start to study it all. Dig in the offseason. All right? If you're lost on where to go, that's one of the things that this video is for, sort of give you ideas, be branching off. Break down film. So I'm going to go. I should have had it already pulled up for you. But log into Huddle here. Log into Huddle, and I'll talk to you about it for a little bit. So what am I going to do? What am I going to sit down and break down film? And part of the problem is here, guys, I am extremely boring when it comes to hobbies. I'm not very big hobby-oriented guy. I'm a football guy. That's what I do. Trying to look. I already deleted. We did a mid-season. I did a mid-season evaluation. I bet you $100 I deleted it because we needed some playoff film. So the way we go down, we break down film. I'll pick up our Cumberland film, and Cumberland film isn't the best, but I'll go in. And when our season gets done, when the season gets done, I'm the run game coordinator and offensive line coach. So I'll go down to play type. Get all of our runs. I like the new huddle. Maybe it's a thing that people don't necessarily like. I like the new huddle. So I'll get all the offensive plays here, boom, from the game. You see our film was not the best that day. But if I want to evaluate first downs, and I want to evaluate specifically first down runs, see, New Huddle breaks down all this stuff that I've been entering all year for me. And most of the time, New Huddle guys are probably saying, yeah, we know. But I want to go back and I want to see, when we ran, what did we run most of the time? Well, ran Zulu. Okay. I want to go back down. I want to break down the Zulu. I'm going to break down and be honest with you. I'm going to go back and break down for us. This was a gain of 4. I'm going to break down why this was a gain of 4. And it looks better on the Trying to see it now. Feel like we pulled that one. What happened there? Now I'm interested. Yep, we turned the wrong way. We're supposed to run Zulu right here, and you see, we'll pick on our quarterback, and he had an all-region season. That's unfortunate, but this is game one. So we're running inside zone, our version of like inside zone duo. This right tackle needs to come down right here. He goes out. That's not our quarterback's fault. That's our back's fault. Our back goes to the left there. Our back needs to come to the right and bend. Instead, he goes to the right, goes to the left. There's no read there. Our right tackle goes out, and our quarterback does a good job just following where that back should have gone and cutting it up. But then I can go back through and see, like, okay, here's Zulu. Boom, back opens up the right way. Boom. I'll go back on the end zone film and see why, but I just take notes about what hurt us most on certain plays. What do we need to work on more? What did certain players do well? What did certain players not do well? And I'll go back and dive more in depth on what you necessarily need to do with all of that. How do certain runs break down? What were the errors that were caused in certain instances? I got a couple guys coming back this year, and I want to know how I can coach them up better. What specific things? We're not just going in and going to make the same mistakes next year. This is all about getting your team better and getting you better as a coach. How was I letting stuff go as a coach last year that I need to fix? What can I do? Build your position manual. We're going to do a future episode about this. What are your core values for your position? What are your non-negotiables? When you coach offensive line, what is it that you are coaching? What is it that you are adamant about your offensive linemen are going to be? For me, we're going to be fast off the ball. We're going to be aggressive, and we're going to talk. I always call it the FAT method. We're going to be fast. We're going to be aggressive. We're going to talk. We're going to communicate. All right. What are your core beliefs? What are your core values? Okay. What do you stand by? What's your drill menu? And we'll talk about developing a drill menu and how that comes into play. And for me, I'm still developing that for myself, but I want to know, okay, in a certain situation, if I'm trying to drill this skill, what drills do I have? If I'm trying to drill this skill, what drills do I have? And build it together that way. And I think you increase and you become a better football coach that way. This is just a jumping off point, guys. If you're like me, it's January. You're excited watching college football. You're excited watching NFL football. But man, you're ready for the next thing. You're ready for the season to start. You're ready for the next move. And so this is just a little tidbit to get you all jumping off, a little short 5-10 minute video to get you all jumping off and how you can improve as an offensive line coach. Some future episodes I want to warn you about or give you a heads up about. It is my goal. I have a lot of stuff going on, but it's my goal to get back to putting out Big Rule the World content and to being a Big Rule the World host again here on YouTube and, expand our platform, be bigger than ever. We want to do a couple future episodes. We're going to break down how to use Huddle in the offseason, sort of similar to what I was just showing you there. We're going to build on building your position core values, how you come about those, what are your core values. I also kind of want to see about doing some Zoom meetings just to discuss and do a little roundtable with this, and building your drill menu and how you build that drill menu to go into your off season with. Now, not that anybody's interested since our last episode, and it's been like 2 years. Got a master's degree, finished up my master's degree, became an offensive coordinator in 2022. Unfortunately, after a rough year, our staff got let go. And unfortunately, I didn't get the head coaching position, so had to move on. Wasn't retained. It happens. Had it happen. But fortunately, 2023 was a little bit better. I got married. Got a new teaching gig in 2023, moved down from the math department back to history where my specialty is, and switched coaching jobs again. I think when I started Big Drew of the World, I just switched the coaching job and had just gotten in after COVID. I needed something to scratch the football itch and to get my mind focused. And I'm with it now again. I'm the offensive line coach and run game coordinator at William Campbell Combined School, a very small school south of Lynchburg. Worked for a guy named Danny Brogdon. Danny Brogdon, if you look him up, he's a fiery, inspirational, He's a great guy. I'm very thankful to be working for him and working at William Campbell High School and working with our kids. Still applying for head coaching jobs. I think I've talked about that before. Still seeing what happens. 32 years old. I was formerly a head coach at Chatham High School in Virginia. Been a head coach before. I've coached in the single wing before. I've been a JV coach before. Hopefully, you can find something over this next season that'll help you. I just want to help out. It scratches my football itch. I'm not collecting a dime for it, and it's fun stuff, man. So look forward to the next episode. Welcome back to Big Rule the World, and let's go get after it this offseason, guys. Take care.